Hi, fellow PolyTrippers. I hope you had a productive week, and here's my motivational talk for this coming week. This week, I want to talk about language learning for people who don't have to learn languages for any specific reason. When I talk to my language teachers, they say the majority of people who learn languages are people. There are three kind of people who are actually who make the bulk of language learners. And they are people who have to learn it because their spouse or partner is of a foreign language, and so they need it. They want to like get some notions in that language, or maybe they have to get those notions in order to be able to communicate with their spouse, with their partner, with their family, whatever. So it's family-related obligations that require them to learn the language. The other reason is work slash relocation to that country. So basically, if you need to get a job in Germany, then you have to have a B2 level of German. Otherwise, I don't think you could even get your residence permit there for working. So there's getting a job and or having to communicate with foreign clients. And the third reason is something I forgot. And you can see that I do these videos live in just one take. And so I had a reason in my head. What was that reason? I don't know, but there are various reasons where people are obligated to learn languages, and there are also situations where people like me and many others that I know just learn languages purely for the fun of it, even though it has nothing to do with our profession or job, our partner, or our somebody in our family, relocation, anything like that. It's just purely for the fun of it. And sometimes when you think about life's competing priorities, and when you think about all the different things you could be doing versus what you choose to do, um, life is about choices. Life is about priorities, and so invariably, people like me are going to be choosing to take their precious time. And I think time is the most precious commodity we have, more so than money. Yeah, health is a precious commodity too, but time is a very precious commodity. And by taking, like for me, I've been spending the past year learning Russian, and it's been it took a while before I actually started to reap the benefits of it, having satisfying conversations, being proud of my level, being proud of how far I've come. In the beginning, it was just thankless, and there was a lot of guilt associated with that. And that's what I want to address in this video: the guilt that people can feel for spending their time doing something that's not related to any actual obligation they have, but just for the pleasure of it. But invariably, which will make you have to sacrifice as far as maybe spending some time with your family, going out with friends, things like that. And so there's a guilt associated with language learners like us, and I don't have an answer for that other than to think about the mental benefit that it has for you as far as exercising your brain and nourishing yourself and stroking basically a part of nurturing a part of yourself that is attracted to learning languages because that's something that floats your boat. That's something that you like. So um, self-care is important, and language learning for people who love language learners can be a component of that self-care. But other than that, I don't really have an answer for you as to how to deal with that guilt, other than to realize that self-care is important, and also other than to realize that, like I've said in a previous video, by learning a language, you could be lending a listening ear to someone that normally wouldn't be listened to. Not to mention the fantastic exchanges you can have when you're actually conversing with someone in their own language. But that doesn't really take away the guilt that you can have with the sacrifices that you have to make to do that. So I'm just basically saying that by naming this thing, by acknowledging its existence, that's something that helps. Basically, by naming something, then you can actually better cope with the feelings associated with that thing. And I guess that was my goal with this video. So anyway, that's it for this week. Be sure to check out our resources page at polytripper.com, where we have a number of games and activities where you can take your language learning to the next level. And also join us for our weekly Facebook Lives at facebook.com/polytripper, where language learners come together so we don't feel so alone in our language learning journey. So that's it for this week, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.